These are VOCALOIDs. And if you've touched the internet, you've heard at least one of these voices before. Normally, VOCALOID voice banks are recorded by actual humans, like with microphones and sound, but today we're making one from this. There is a long road ahead, so first let's catch up with the basics. Google Translate has a built-in TTS, standing for text-to-speech. You type text, you get
text.
You type you get. Now, what you would usually call a VOCALOID is a collection or a bank of voice samples recorded by someone else, therefore a voice bank. To use these voice banks, you would need a compatible voice synth engine, and usually there are two options to pick from. $200 VOCALOID 6 by Yamaha, which also requires you to buy pricey voice banks, and Utao by Amaya, which we are gonna use. Why?
It's free, it's free, it's free, it's free.
And although creating your own voice bank is tedious anyway, be it for Utao or V6, you'll get more help if you stick with Utao because of a bigger community of enthusiasts. With this out of the way, let's turn Google Translate into a VOCALOID.
Nope.
As far as I know, the usual process for creating the most bare-bone Utao voice bank is recording syllables with something like Audacity,
trimming all of those, which could be done in Audacity too, saving all of those as properly named audio files, which is pretty easy to up when you've got to do it hundreds of times,
and finally, creating a voice bank config file. It sure is a ton of work. Fortunately for us, there is an absolute hero known as NWP88 who reduced this pipeline to just recording yourself and pressing a few buttons in two different apps, Oremo and setparam. Yeah. Anyway, here's how you make a voice bank in, what is it? 2010! Yay! Recording is easily done in Oremo. Use up and down arrows to select from syllables on the left and hold R to record. Then open up setparam, click on these three buttons and save the config. Now you can import your voice bank in Utao and test it, because it's done. Yeah. And finally, at this point, we should know everything we need to make the VOCALOID you came for.
With this power bestowed upon me, I shall take on the final boss.
But there is one nuance. Google Translate can't speak through my mic. I could record my phone or my speakers, but the quality would be S-tier. And so, to achieve pristine sound quality, after one heavily engineered Google search, I enabled this device I forgot even existed on Windows that captures what you hear as a microphone. Like some sort of a virtual cable hack that was what went into my headphones back into some black virtual microphone jack. The turnover captures why I'm still on the track. Never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. Well, got it figured out. Let's come back to Utao. So, recording all 168 syllables spoken by Google Translate sounds like a lot of tedious and time-consuming and painful work, and you'll see why in a minute. But even though I hate working, like supposedly everyone watching this, I still wish to continue seeing me torture myself, like supposedly everyone watching this. Let's start with the vowels. Since length matters, we need Google Translate not to say the syllables, but to sing them for around 1 second each. Luckily, you can achieve this by either spamming the vowel or spamming the big hyphen thing, which sounds smoother. I hope this is enough. And another issue comes up. It doesn't sound like Utao accounts for pitch changes in the recordings. And I have no idea if it should have, but something broke. Which means that now I have to tune every single syllable before capturing. Now that these 5 vowels are usable, I can finally start playing around with melodies and figuring out what kind of a song could fit this voice. Am I stuck again? Okay, maybe one more. Oh, sorry, you probably wanted to hear this instead. Okay, that's good enough for TikTok. What the fuck? Having spent some time playing with 5 vowels, I can give you a conclusion. I have to finish the voice bank. To force myself through this torture, I decided to do it live on Twitch, because I knew that as soon as people see me doing this, I'll get peer pressured into finishing the voice bank eventually, which is exactly why you can watch this video. I want to thank everyone from that bunch of bullies for making me push through. So go grab the voice bank from my Patreon, it's free. Alright, here's Hitomania with the syllables. Now, is it perfect? Of course not, but let's talk about that. It doesn't sound too bad out of the box, but yes, it's very robotic due to every single syllable being tuned to one note. It was pretty cheap to make, and despite being quite limited in terms of expression, the foundation is there, and maybe you could replace or add new voice samples to make an even better voice bank. There's been a long-forgotten history of different people abusing Google Translate and trying to make it sing, so someone had to eventually create a VOCALOID, and it's finally been done. You might ask, Modus, but what can I do with it? Well, since this was pretty much a sneaky tutorial on making a voice bank from scratch, now you can become Hatsune Miku, create songs for FNF, collab with your beloved creators and artists without them ever knowing, and much more. But if you're gonna end up turning yourself into a VOCALOID, here's a haiku for you. We all come and go. First it's Miku, then it's you. Your voice is now cursed. Is now cursed to be immortalized by NSFW art, and don't you dare tell me you haven't thought about that consequence of your actions. Speaking of which, do not